Hey everybody, check it out. What's up? It's Hercules Porsche's professional intro. Yay!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Heracles Porsche here, also known as Gildan Lock in other places, here with some incredibly sexy lobby footage. And before we get to the main event today, I want to read off a little thing that was written into the show. This comes from Just Do, and this was written on my last video about how Dust 514 is over forever. Quote from Just Do: "You are indeed a terrible sniper. Ah, having some fun at my expense." And Dust was a wonderful and terrible game. We needed, to redo a lot of map design and things to fix the game that CCB just never had the intention of rehiring those resources. Anyway, I miss you all, especially some players like the Beast and other gentlemanly mercs. If you know how to get me in contact with Cody Duckberg, it's spelled Berg is spelled with a U. It's important, guys, so please. There are a few friends for life on here, like him, that I lost to the sudden end. And I even miss Cyber Cobra sometimes. Oh, I think that was a little jab at Cyber Cobras toward the end. Oh, everyone's getting a piece of it. But yeah, guys. Yeah, that was Just Do trying to get a hold of Cody Duckberg and help him because it's nice to be nice. Anyway, you can see we got onto the main topic here. The title of today's video is if Dust 514 was a Lego movie, and why I've thought this up is because there actually is a gentleman out there by the name of Hoovian Braun 3. I think I'm saying that right. This photo is a little bit of a jumble. It's a little hard to make out some of the things there, but I think I can definitely pick out a remote explosive in the middle there. I always thought the remote explosives looked a little bit like Lego pieces, so that was an easy one to pick. In a second here, we're going to have, there we go, a much more organized pick. You can see a lot of the stuff's much easier to make out. Up there in the top left corner, we've got a drop ship. And then let's go with the vehicles. To the right of that, we got a Sika and a Soma. And then to the right of that, I don't actually know the name of that thing, but it's the thing that came in and dropped the vehicles off. Oh my god, I can't believe I don't know the name of that. So I've played this game for 2 years. Someone, there was some collection of letters or whatever. Anyway, moving on to the front. Uh, the far left of the front, that's definitely an LAV. By the way, these vehicles aren't to scale, but whatevs. And then I see a combat rifle. Rifle. Oh my god, I don't English. Combat rifle. Too lazy to edit out my bloopers, by the way. Sniper rifle, assault rifle, mass driver, the scrambler rifle when it's all opened up, forge gun. I'm not 100% sure what that thingy on the end is there, but yeah, those. As again, that was Hoovian Braun 3. He's been building Lego slash Dust 514 models, uh, computer graphics for fun. And yeah, guys, yeah, I am so pumped for this idea. I'm so incredibly over the top pumped. I know I spent the last episode, you know, focused on, making sure you all got a cold hard dash of reality, but I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be that guy for another episode. So it's a whole new Porsche today. It's a whole new Porsche. Instead of that, we're gonna go on a flight of fancy and just believe. We're just gonna believe that this could happen. Okay, people, everybody, let me have that. Let me have that dream. But yeah, I had a bit of an exchange with this gentleman, Hoovy and Braun 3, on Reddit, and he told me about his plans to do this before he ever shared the photos. Um, he said, yeah, ever since and way before Dust 514 ended, he's been making Lego Dust 514 models so we could animate them in some sort of uh, Lego Dust 514 CG short. So this has definitely been a long-term project. If he's been working on it since before Dust ended. And kudos to you for keeping it going, man. After the end of all that. Anyway, you guys saw the photos. He's done some good work there. But I was pumped right away before I even saw the photos. I was pumped for the idea. And I asked him if he had like a special plot, or if he was just gonna do like redo a match, or what he's planning to do with it. Um, he says, I actually had a lot of plots that progressed over time, but I never made a huge story or storyboard, mostly just some fast skits. Like one of my first matches, I logged in as a militia gear Kaldari in a skirmish match. I was trying to figure out how to call in an LAV, so I pressed all the buttons and figure out it was the home button. So I call in an LAV, and like the Dust Bunny I was standing right below, and the RDV was hovering to drop in. Looking up, all excited, the LAV dropped, killed me instantly. XD, I never forgot that. Yeah, I've had, he's got some other ideas here, like how he kind of like doofus with the swarm launcher and stuff. But yeah, I had the exact same kind of experiences. I know I have a clip that just reminds me so much of that, where I was calling in an LAV. Now I'm talking about myself here, by the way. I was calling in an LAV, and what did I do? Oh yeah, I was in a faction warfare match, so friendly fire was on, and I just stand there waiting for my LAV, and a guy just came up and killed me for no reason, just decided to be a jerk. And and then he just kept moving on, and immediately got crushed by my LAV, and I called that clip instant karma. But yeah, what was I gonna say? What else was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I think this gentleman here has the right idea. I think that Dust 514 is a game that had a lot of natural, slapstick comedy in it. I guess that was kind of part of the allure for me. I have other things, other clips I had that were kind of funny. I was not afraid to share my own fails. I think I had a couple fails of the week that clips that I saved. Let me see. There was one where I remember I was sneaking up on. Yeah, I was in a scout suit, and I was up on a hill, and I was sneaking up on a guy. I can't remember if he was a sniper, or what his deal was, but he was up on a hill, and I was just there, and I was just sneaking, and I was getting ready to make that deadly move with the Nova knives, and then out of nowhere, I just got taken out by a friendly Sika that hit me instead of the guy. So there was that. What else was there? Oh yeah, you guys remember that scene in Austin Powers where Austin Power gets stuck in like he's like in a tiny hallway, and he has to back up, and he wants to turn the car around, but the hallway's too tiny, so he's just stuck there backing up and going forward and back slowly over and over again. And he's just like stuck there. I had something like that happen to me, but except like in the open field, I got stuck in between like two hills, and then I wouldn't give up. I was just like Austin Powers. I wouldn't give up. I was just going forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward, and I eventually just got sniped in the head. I don't know. So yeah, but yeah, obviously whatever you do, there's a lot of good reason to, I mean, it's kind of obvious of it, isn't it? If you do a Dust 514 Lego movie, it kind of has to be a comedy. I mean, do I even have to say that? Isn't that's super, super obvious? But the real question is, what kind of comedy? Like I said, it could just be like a very basic slapstick having to do with Dust 514's mechanics, or and this is more complicated. Not one. This is more contentious. Whatever. I don't know. Who cares about the syllable or the adjective? But um, you could make fun of people. Yeah, you could make fun of people. You could make fun of people in the Dust 514 community. I'm trying to think who the most recognizable names in the Dust 514 community that bear making fun of. Oh, here's a safe bet. How about Duna? How about make fun of Duna and those circles he spinned every match, and those mindless cultists who followed him, the cult of Duna. Um, who else is there? I guess I don't know if PC players are good to make fun of. I think a lot of the stuff that happened there might be kind of, not everyone knew what was going on in PC, but people, trust me, people in PC had some very extreme personalities. So there's probably some good candidates there. Um, there's the devs, right? The devs deserve to be made fun of, especially with their uncanny silence since the end of Dust. They're definitely safe targets. Who else is there? I guess maybe the CPM. Do people generally know who the CPM are? I don't know. You can make fun of them, and for being the unpaid politicians that they are. Well, this is gonna be predictable, but you could make fun of the Biomass podcast. You could make fun of the Biomass podcast and the non-Dust 514 playing hipsters that they were. Yeah. What else is there? Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. Yeah, and make fun of Dust 514 YouTubers. Do it. Yeah, even make fun of me. Yeah. I gotta take it on the chin if I'm willing to suggest it. I'm trying to think who had who needed. You guys know what I'm gonna suggest. You guys know what's coming. You have to make fun of King Thunderbolt. You have to. You have to. You have to set up a perfect slapstick King Thunderbolt mockumentary. You know what I think the best setup for it would be? The best setup for it would be, actually, none of you are gonna see this coming. The best setup for making fun of King Thunderbolt is actually let him be badass. Let him be badass for like just a little bit of time. Just give him his little moment in the sun. Just give him the hope for a second by letting him be badass. Okay, there's gonna be he's got to do something incredible, Let him have an assault rifle in one hand and an SMG in the other, and he's living in a King Thunderbolt glory moment. He's taking out newbies left and right, and he's just rampaging everything, and then he throws them off to the side, and then he picks up a forge gun, and then he takes out something crazy like a tank or something with the forge gun, and then he works himself up to the hot King Thunderbolt fervor that just can't be denied, and then he shouts from the top of his lungs, "I'm gonna expose you!" And then just when he's reached the absolute heights of his King Thunderbolt badassery, I want you to drop a dropship on his head. I want you to drop a dropship on his head, and then after that he gets hit with an orbital strike, and then after that a Titan crashes into a Titan. Not just any Titan, a specific Titan. You know the one I'm talking about. The one that looks like a penis. Oh, I went with the lowbrow humor. Anyway, I miss my rivalry with King Thunderbolt. I miss it so much. He still uploads 9 videos a day that nobody watches. I don't know, just more of that kind of slapstick stuff, Make fun of the tryhards, make fun of the try-softs, make fun of anything I didn't think of. Oh, and make fun of one of Contraband Joe's drunken rambles, please. I miss you, Contra. I miss you. I just. Oh, and this is such a stupid thing to edit on because I can't remember the guy's name. Who was in Skill of God? Who was the who was the FC for Skill of God? Who took this game really seriously? Those are the best people to make fun of all. I can't remember that guy's name, but yeah, that's not helpful at all. Okay, oh, before I finish this off, I have a couple more names I can drop. Um, so this was in response to my post on the forums, posting my last video, and is a gentleman by the name of Glass Bowtie. And oh my god, this is so funny. I wish I'd come up with this. This is great. He wrote, "There's only one way for this entire mess to end properly." He's referring to the fact that we're not getting dust back. "We all build drop chutes out of cardboard and newspapers, load up on Nerf guns and wiffle bats, and storm CCP's Icelandic headquarters. I can get a hold of an old Ford Galaxy to trick out as a tank, and we'll tape a bunch of firecrackers to a golf cart and jihad jeep our way into the front of the building. After using a laser pointer to simulate an OB on the building, we'll burn down one half and urinate on the other half." Oh, that's psychotic. After the United Nations obtains our demands video, Vaz rambling incoherently while holding an empty stapler to the head of CCP's hamster, and LD in the background asking for professional sponsorship from Quaif. They decide the conflict must not be allowed to escalate, and they go nuclear. Wow. Talk about over the top. But, yeah, wow, I'm surprised I managed to fill up this whole video with nonsense ideas, because this was a long one. And thanks, guys, for sticking through my nonsense. Yay! But, I guess the only other idea I can think of would be to just really come up with a totally original plot. You know, try to craft some Eve lore, still inject comedy to it, obviously, because it's Lego. It's gotta have some funny bits. But yeah, I'm sure there would be some Eve lore fanatics who would go gaga for that, and you could tap into more of that mainstream CCP crowd. Or you could just do a really ridiculously short skit, just a bunch of mercs just shooting at each other with all those guns you put together. At the very end of the clip, you just have someone pop in the middle of the screen going, "Where's Project Nova?" Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Everybody keep in touch, and until next time, I'll see you Starside. Oh, before I forget, guys, the new free-to-play game I'm trying is called Battle Islands Commanders. It's well worth a look. And don't forget I have a Twitch. You're going to have to find it yourself. I'm really lazy about it.